jacket next to the picture of us two. Funny how the smallest evidence can tell you what you already knew. You said you'd been working late. You said the nights were getting long. I believe the man who kissed me while the truth was singing another song. I don't need to ask you, I can see it in your eyes. It was a beautiful life, beautiful enough to keep me dreaming. A beautiful life wrapped around the truth you were concealing. I gave you all my faith, you gave me reasons to believe. But the hardest part isn't losing you, it's losing who I thought you'd be. It was a beautiful life. You used to call me your forever, like the world belonged to us alone. Now I hear it sound so different when you say it through the telephone. I could scream and make a scene, I could throw your memories away. But why would I give you my anger when you've already taken yesterday? Some betrayals don't need shouting, it simply changed the room. It was a beautiful life, beautiful enough to keep me waiting. A beautiful life while another heart was taking mine for granted. I gave you all my faith, you gave me reasons to believe. But the hardest part isn't losing you, it's losing who I thought you'd be. It was a beautiful life. Maybe she believes you love her, maybe she knows what I know now. Maybe she'll see the cracks someday behind the perfect vows. I don't wish her any sorrow, I don't wish you any pain. I just hope she learns much sooner that a lie can wear a beautiful face. It was a beautiful life, but I finally see the ending. A beautiful life, and I don't need another happy pretending. You can keep your promises, you can keep the man you became. I'll take back every piece of me you tried to hide beneath your shame. It was a beautiful life, but it doesn't own me anymore. I loved you without knowing. I'm just finally leaving you. The photograph is still in my hand. I turn it face down, and for the first time I don't miss the man. I was standing by the window, watching strangers cross the street. Then you walked into the room, and suddenly the night had changed for me. You asked me if the chair was taken. I said no and smiled, but something in the way you looked at me made the whole world stop a while. We hadn't even said our names, but my heart knew something had begun. Forgot what I was running from. One touch, one smile, one moment I can't explain. I had lived 1,000 ordinary nights. Then you arrived, and nothing felt the same. We talked until the music faded, until the room was almost bare. You told me about your childhood, I told you things I never shared. We walked beneath the streetlights with no reason to go home. Funny how two strangers can make a city feel like their own. Maybe love doesn't always knock, maybe sometimes it walks right in. You arrived, and the night became a different color. You arrived, and I forgot what I was running from. is only where it starts. I didn't know I was waiting until you arrived. The dress is hanging by the window, white as all the lies I've told. Your mother says the flowers are perfect, the invitations have been sold. The champagne waiting in the kitchen, there's a church beyond the hill. Everyone believes tomorrow will be the happiest day still. But I looked into the mirror and didn't recognize the girl. Before I say I do, before I give my life away, I have to tell the truth, even if it breaks the day. I could walk down that aisle, I could wear that perfect smile, but if my heart isn't there, what kind of promise would I make before I say I do? I have to choose the truth. You came home late last evening, you kissed my forehead like before. I waited for the feeling, but there was nothing anymore. No anger, no betrayal, no terrible mistake, just two people holding on to something love could no longer save. And I finally understood why the silence hurt so much. Before I say I do, before I give my life away, I have to tell the truth, even if it ruins everything. I could walk down that aisle, I could pretend for a while, but a beautiful ceremony can't make a dying heart awake. Before I say I do, I have to choose the truth. I'm sorry for the flowers, I'm sorry for the plans, I'm sorry for the future we drew with careful hands. But I would rather break your heart tonight beneath this empty sky than spend 20 years beside you, wondering why I didn't say goodbye. Before I say I do, before the doors are open wide, I have to walk away with nothing I choose the truth. Take back the ring, take back the promises, take back the future we design. I won't call this a failure if it saves two lives from a lie. Before I say I do, I finally choose myself. The flowers will fade, the guests will go home, and tomorrow morning I'll wake up alone. But I'll wake up honest. I heard your footsteps on the pavement just before the clock struck 2. 3 nights after our last goodbye, and I knew it had to be you. You always came back when it rained. You always knew which street was mine. You'd stand beneath the window like love could turn back time. My hand was on the curtain, my heart was at the door. But I left the light off, I let the darkness speak for me. I left the light off, though I wanted you desperately. You thought I'd open up like every other time before, but love can't be a revolving door. So I left the light off, and I didn't run to you anymore. We had a talent for forgiveness, but never learned how not to hurt. You'd say, this time will be different. I'd say, maybe this time it works. Then we'd kiss like nothing happened, and pretend the scars were gone. But every time you left me, a little more of us was gone. I knew I still So I left the light on. Maybe you were waiting for one more chance to make it right. Maybe I was waiting for you to finally see my side. But some lessons take a lifetime, and some endings must be real. Because loving you was easy, learning to leave was how I healed. I left the light on and watched your shadow disappear. I left the light on and cried when you were no longer here. I wanted you to stay. I wanted everything we'd been. But wanting isn't always reason to let the same old story begin. I left the light on and chose the woman underneath. If you come back someday, don't come looking for the girl you knew. She loved you with her whole heart, but she finally learned to love herself too. Your footsteps disappeared, the street became still, the light stayed off, and for once, so did the door. You grew up beneath the skyline. I was raised where the fields run wide. You learned to chase the city lights. I learned to follow the changing tide. You wore your dreams like diamonds. I carried mine beneath my skin. Somewhere between your world and mine, that's where our love began. We never asked the future if it would let us stay. We were two worlds apart, but you found your way into my heart. You taught me how to dream beyond the stars. I showed you where the quiet places are. Maybe love can be forever without forever being ours. We were two worlds apart, and that's what made us who we are. You wanted streets that never slept. I wanted windows facing trees. You needed crowds around you. I needed silence just to breathe. We tried to make a life together, like two rivers changing course. But every compromise we made left us a little less ourselves. Love should make you bigger, not smaller, just to stay. We were two worlds apart, still you found your way into here for me? Would you always wonder what you gave away? I don't want your sacrifice. You don't need to save me. Maybe the greatest love we give is letting each other stay free. We were two worlds apart, but for a while we shared one heart. You gave me courage to become who I could be. I gave you somewhere safe to breathe. And if tomorrow takes you farther, I won't call it a loss. Some loves are not meant to be possessed. They're meant to show us what we're made of. We were two worlds apart, but never strangers in the dark. Wherever life may take us, whatever roads we choose, a part of me will always know. The best of me began with you. Two worlds, one love, and just enough time to change us both. You used to sing in a little apartment with a borrowed guitar and a broken chair. I was the only one in the room, and you never cared who else was there. You'd play the same song every Sunday until the neighbors started to complain. You'd laugh and say, one day they'll know me. I said, I'll know you just the same. Then the lights came on, and everything began to change. I loved you before the applause, before the strangers called your name, before the lights turned every dream into a beautiful kind of fame. I knew the man behind the music before the world knew you at all. And somewhere between the first encore and the last curtain call, I lost you. I loved you before the applause. Now your face is on the posters, your voice is coming through every radio. You wear a different kind of confidence, and you don't come home like you used to. I wait behind the backstage curtain while 1,000 people scream. You look at me for half a second like I'm someone from another dream. Success didn't steal your heart, it simply showed me where it went. I loved you before the applause, before the strangers called your name, before the lights turned every dream into a beautiful kind of fame. I knew the man behind the music, the one who needed me to stay. Now the whole world knows your voice, but I don't know before you became a star. I loved you before the applause, before the world could pull you away, before every stranger's photograph was worth more than the words I'd say. I knew the man behind the music, and I remember him with pride, even if the woman beside him is somebody else tonight. I loved you before the applause, and that's enough for me. If you ever hear that old song we used to play when we were young, remember there was one small room where your whole world had begun. Before the applause, before the lights, before the crowd, you were mine. The audience is screaming, your name fills up the hall. I close the backstage door and remember you before the applause. You loved me in the doorway, but never asked me to come in. You kissed me like you needed me, then disappeared when it got real again. You knew the names of all my dreams, you knew exactly where I hurt. But every time I said forever, you would change the subject first. You were always close enough to make me hope, never close enough to let me know. Almost wasn't enough, almost never held me through the night. Almost wasn't love, if I had to keep wondering if you might. You gave me every reason to believe that you were mine, then built a wall around your heart every single time. Almost wasn't enough. You'd call me when the rain came, you'd tell me that you missed my voice. But when I asked you where this was going, you'd say, why ruin something good? I spent so many months translating every silence, every glance, turning hesitation into hope, giving fear another chance. I kept mistaking your returning for a reason you would stay. Almost wasn't enough, almost never held me through the night. Almost wasn't love, if I had to keep wondering if you might. You held for you to risk it all. Almost wasn't enough. I loved you, but almost wasn't enough. You were almost my forever, and almost was the reason I walked away. You were driving with the windows down, radio singing through the heat. I was barefoot on the passenger side, with the ocean running at our feet. We didn't ask about September, we didn't talk about goodbye. We just let the summer take us like a wave beneath the sky. Some loves arrive with no intention of becoming anything at all. We borrowed the summer and gave it everything we had. Every night was a promise, every kiss was something we couldn't get back. You knew I had to leave, I knew you couldn't follow, but we loved like tomorrow was a place we'd never have to go. We borrowed the summer, and it was beautiful enough. We danced outside the little diner under neon after midnight. You wrote your number on my wrist and said, "Don't wash it off tonight." You watched the sunrise from the highway with your jacket wrapped around me. For a little while that morning, there was nowhere else we'd rather be. We knew the train was coming, we just didn't watch the clock. We borrowed the summer and gave it everything we had. Every touch became a memory before we even understood that. You knew I had to leave, I summer where they could belong. Has long since washed away, but I still know every letter from that summer. We borrowed for a day. You keep your photographs in boxes. You keep your old ring out of sight. You say you don't believe in forever, then you disappear into the night. You told me love's just a promise people make before they leave. I didn't try to change your mind, I only asked you to believe. Not in forever, not in me, just in the possibility. Let me teach your heart again how to trust a touch, how to let somebody in without expecting too much. I won't ask you for forever, I won't ask you to forget. I'll just love you in the present until your heart remembers how. Let me teach your heart again. You flinch whenever I say future, like the word could make you run. So I stopped making promises and started giving you the sun. I leave my coffee by your bedside, I call when I say I will. Little things become a language when a wounded heart is still. I can't erase what came before, touch your heart before we've even had a chance. Let me teach your heart again how a promise can be true, how somebody can stay when the difficult days come through. You don't have to trust the future, you don't have to know somehow. Till the fear gives way to love. And if tomorrow scares you, I'll be here when tomorrow comes. If forever feels too heavy, then we'll take it one day at a time. Let me teach your just how to believe that love can last. You don't have to say forever, just don't let go tonight. I saw you standing by the doorway with that same familiar smile. For a moment all the years between us fell away for just a little while. You asked me how I've been doing. I said fine and looked away. Funny how two people can remember everything except what they should say. We both knew the question, we were both afraid to ask. We were too proud, too afraid to say we needed one another. Too proud to admit that love was stronger than our anger. You waited for me to call, I waited for you instead. And somewhere between those silent nights, we let forever end. We were too proud and too young to understand. I remember that December when you left without goodbye. You were waiting for me to stop you. I was waiting for you to try. Two stubborn hearts in an empty hallway. 'cause you didn't stay. Some endings aren't decided, they're simply never interrupted. We were too proud, too afraid to say we needed one another, too proud to admit that love was stronger than our anger. You waited for me to call, I waited for you instead, and every day we didn't speak put another year ahead. We were too proud and too young to understand. Saying I need you would give the other one the power to leave. So we said nothing and lost everything. We were too proud, and now the years have said what we could never. Too proud to risk one honest word that might have saved us. You found another life, I found a way to carry on. But when I look into your eyes tonight, I know the feeling isn't gone. We were too proud, but I don't wanna be tonight. If there is one thing I could change, I'd never let you walk away. I'd tell you I was frightened, I'd tell you I wanted you to stay. No more waiting for a sign, no more hiding behind a goodbye. If love still has a voice tonight, then let it speak before we lose it twice. You look at me, I look at you, and for once, neither of us looks away. You looked at me across the room and asked me if we'd met before. I smiled and tried to hide the ache I've carried through so many years. You said the flowers looked familiar, you said you liked the way I smiled. I wanted to tell you everything, but I only said it's been a while. So I sat beside you quietly and let the past come back to me. If you forget my name, I'll tell you who we were. I'll tell you how you held my hand before the world became a blur. If you forget my face, I'll show you every photograph. And if the memories disappear, I'll make new ones that can last. If you forget my name, my name. I'll love you just the same. Maybe love was never meant to live inside a photograph. Maybe it's the way I sit beside you when you don't know what to ask. Maybe it's the morning coffee. Maybe it's the way you laugh. Maybe love doesn't need a memory to know where it belongs. If you forget my name, I'll tell you who we are. Not every story needs the past to know how beautiful it was. If you forget my face, I'll let you learn it once again. I'll meet you in this moment, and I'll meet you there tomorrow. If you forget my name, I'll love you just the same. And if one morning you look at me like I'm somebody new, I'll fall in love all over again the way I once did with you. You don't have to remember every chapter that we knew. I'll carry all the memories until they come back to you. You ask me once more, have we met before? I smiled every day. It's 11 in the evening, and I'm waiting by the phone. Your city sleeps beneath the rain, while mine is wide awake alone. You always call on Thursday just to hear me say your name. 3,000 miles between us, but your voice makes distance fade. We learned to make a home inside a telephone line. When the telephone rings, my whole world starts again. I hear your voice and suddenly I'm closer than I've ever been. You tell me that you miss me, I tell you that I do. Every night across the distance, I fall in love with you. When the telephone rings, I know I'm not alone. You send me little photographs of places I have never seen. I send you letters full of flowers and the dreams I keep between. We count the days until December, we count the weeks until July. But every time the train pulls away, another piece of us says goodbye. We kept saying soon, but soon was taking too long. When the telephone rings, my whole world starts again. I hear your voice and suddenly I'm close closer than I've ever been. You tell me that you need me, I tell you that I do. But love can't live forever on a wire between two rooms. When the telephone rings, I want you here with me. I'll be standing at your doorway in the middle of the rain. No more counting cities, no more measuring time, no more saying goodnight, darling, through a telephone line. When the telephone rings, let it ring. We don't need it anymore. I crossed every mile between us with your photograph in my hand. And when you opened up the doorway, you finally understood. Some love survived the distance, some hearts refuse to let go. And sometimes the longest journey is simply finding where you belong. No more waiting by the telephone. I'm finally coming home to you. There you were beside the window, older than the boy I knew. A little silver in your hair, but those eyes were still the same blue. We talked about our old hometown and laughed about the things we'd done. You asked me if I ever wondered what might have happened to us once. I smiled and said, sometimes, but I didn't say how long. You were the boy I used to know, the first one who made my heart race, the first goodbye that taught me some people never leave a certain place. But play beside the lake. You remembered how I hated coffee, but you'd order mine just the same. I remembered your ridiculous dreams of leaving town before we grew old. We thought the world was waiting for us, we just didn't know which road. Funny how the years can change us without changing everything. You were the boy I used to know, the first one who made my heart race, the first goodbye sitting here? Would we have become strangers long before these passing years? Maybe we were perfect only because we had to part. Some stories end in silence and still remain inside the heart. You were the boy I used to know, and I'm grateful that I knew you. You taught me how a heart can open, you taught me how a heart can bruise. I don't need to rewrite our ending, I don't need to change the past. You were my first great love, and first loves aren't supposed to last. They're supposed to last inside you. So if we never meet again, I'll still remember this tonight. Two older hearts beside a window, smiling at two kids from another life. You were the boy I used to know, and I'm glad I knew you then. You smiled and said, take care. I smiled and said, you too. Then we walked away, and for once I didn't look back. I found an old box in the closet behind the winter clothes. Inside was a ticket from the movies and a note only you would know. There was a receipt from that diner where we stayed until 2. A little paper napkin with a heart I drew for you. I thought you never noticed the little things I did, but you kept pieces no one else could see. A photograph without a date, a faded note that said, "Meet me." You never said you needed them, you never told me why, but all those little things we kept were your way of keeping us alive. The little things we kept. There was a button from your old blue jacket that came off one rainy night. You laughed when I said I'd save it. You said you're strange and held me tight. There was a train ticket from December when we almost missed the ride, and two words written on the back: stay by my side. I had forgotten all of them. You remembered everyone. You kept the little things we kept, the pieces no one else could see. A photograph without a date, a faded note that said, "Meet me." You never said you needed them, you never told me why, but all those little things we kept were your way of keeping us alive. The little things we kept. I used to think that love was roses, grand gestures underneath the stars. But maybe love is saving receipts because they prove where you both were. Maybe love is keeping something that everyone else would throw away, because one ordinary afternoon can become a lifetime someday. You kept the little things we kept, and suddenly I understood. You love me in the quiet ways I never knew you could. The world may keep the photographs, the years may fade the lines, but every little piece of us was waiting here to bring you back to mine. You kept the little things we kept when I thought you'd let them go. Now I keep the box beside my bed, not because I'm afraid to lose, but because every little thing inside reminds me that you always knew that love was never only the moments people see. Sometimes it's what we quietly save when no one else is looking. A ticket, a button, a folded piece of blue. All those little things we kept were little pieces of me and you. standing at the station with a suitcase by your side. I almost didn't recognize you. Then you turned and smiled. We talked about the weather like strangers often do. But underneath the small talk, I was remembering you. Some memories don't disappear, they simply learn to wait. We loved until we changed, until the people that we were became the people we became. We loved until the words we used to say came out too differently. No one was wrong, no one was cruel. We simply grew beyond the shade that once held me and you. We loved until we changed. You told me about your new life, I told you about mine. We laughed about the old apartment and the broken kitchen light. You said you still remember the way I danced when I was young. I said I still remember how you always knew my favorite song. And for a moment in that station, we were 22 again. We loved until we changed, until the people that we were became the people we became. We loved until the dreams we once protected took us separate ways. No one was wrong, no one was cruel. Sometimes a love can be completely real and still not make it through. We loved until we changed. I don't regret the years we had, I don't regret your name. You were the hand I needed then, and I was yours the same. If I could go back, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd let the story happen just the way it did, because not every love is meant to stay. Some are meant to make us who we are. We loved until we changed, and I'm finally at peace with that. You gave me more than memories, you gave me pieces of myself. We don't have to start again, we don't have to say goodbye. Somewhere between the leaving and the loving, we learn why. We loved until we changed, up your suitcase, I watched you disappear. And this time